Ebro in the morning, Laura Styles, Rosenberg, give it up for Montez and Bianca Belair, WWE's own. And they got a new TV show.
Now, hold on. There's a lot here. Let me set this up for you right. You are looking at Bianca Belair, who is a WWE 2K24 cover right now. Okay?
Yeah.
There are
Congrats
3 covers.
Thank you.
She is one of those covers. Then you have the show, Love in WWE, starting February 2nd. On Hulu. By the way, I'm hosting our premiere this weekend in Tampa.
Yes.
We're doing a little thing on Sunday.
Super excited, yep.
That's right.
That guy.
And, wait, hold on. Am I forgetting anything else? Royal Rumble this Saturday night on Peacock as well.
There you go.
Is that everything?
Just for this week.
Yeah,
just for this week.
For this week.
It's a lot going on.
So, wait a minute. So we've known of your relationship for many years. It plays out sometimes in WWE, but not really.
Yeah.
Right? Not
Not
really.
Not anymore.
It's more of your relationship than it is a part of the WWE. So now you guys are prepared to show us more.
Yeah, because we're doing it.
I don't know if I'm prepared, but it's happening.
It's happening. I mean, yeah, this was never the plan. When we first met and got married, I mean, we're just living life, being best friends and going through life, and this just popped up, and we saw it as an amazing opportunity. So I was one that was always like, I'm never doing reality TV. I don't want to do it, and I learned to never say never. But yeah, we're kind of pulling the curtain back, showing everybody who we are, not just inside the ring, but outside the ring. We shot it on the road to WrestleMania, which he likes to describe it as like our playoffs, leading up to WrestleMania, which is like our Super Bowl. Yeah. So it's the most busiest time of the year. I was champion at that time, and it's just like showing how we navigate being husband and wife and also being WWE superstar and trying to balance it all. And we just saw it as a great opportunity to like treat the WWE universe, but also treat people that may not be a wrestling fan, may not know much about WWE, and showing like what it means to be a WWE superstar, showing that like wrestling is cool, wrestling's dope.
Watch this with Issa.
Everything.
I feel like this is me and
I'm telling you right now, I am observing the way people are reacting to this show. I think I'm a little too close to it, so I'm like, yeah, it's cool. It's a show, Bianca and Tess. But I'm watching the way wrestling Twitter / Black wrestling Twitter is reacting to it. Oh, people are watching this as a family. People are really, I'm telling you, people are excited for this show.
It's amazing, and it's a blessing, too. I think I always tell her, and we talk about all the time, how we're blessed to be at this platform to, like, put out positivity into the world. The world's going through so many different changes right now, and that deals with people in their careers, families. So we're blessed to not only be on this platform, but share our life and give some positive insight. And just like the WWE, when we're on WWE television and we're providing an escape, we're glad we're able to do that now with the show, too.
Yeah.
So everybody can enjoy it.
Ebro, do you realize that when last year, when it was announced that TKO was forming as a company, UFC and WWE, and they went to Nasdaq to ring the bell. I believe the people that went were, I'm trying to get this right, I believe it was, I'm going to go just the WWE side. So we'll just, Vince McMahon, Nick Khan, Triple H, Bianca Belair, and Montez Ford. Did I forget anyone? I think it was those
So
five.
you guys are like being positioned as like face of the company.
That's a big spot, guys. We can't. You had to cross your mind like that's a big deal. A lot of people they could have chose to bring, and they brought you guys. What did that mean?
Yeah, I mean, no, that was an honor. When they called and asked us to fly out, and we found out what it was for. I'm like, of course we want to come. Like, thank you so much. But no, it's really cool that we're being put up in that high regard and as like the face of the company and representing the company and just being representation. Like that's what this is all about. But it was. Got to go up there and ring the bell and be a part of that big, huge moment. And it's cool.
Yeah, provide an example. Like you said, being there for such a huge moment. And like as you've seen with the most recent announcements, we're going into a whole new wave.
The Netflix deal.
When it comes to
Raw to
WWE
Netflix.
and professional wrestling and entertainment as a whole. Just trying to make ourselves just like a global entity when it comes to entertainment. Not just reality TV shows, but professional wrestling, PLEs, comedy shows, and showing that our talent can just do more things outside the ring.
What's PLE?
So PLE is like, it's our new way of saying pay-per-view.
Premium live event.
Premium live event.
It's what I do. It's what I go do every month.
Oh, okay. I'm familiar.
And like PLEs, for example, for the near future, we'll be staying on Peacock over the next couple of years.
Right.
Okay.
And then we'll see what happens after that. Raw will be on Netflix. SmackDown will be on USA.
Yeah.
So it's
Everything's changing.
Everything's
Yeah.
changing. It's a new, like I
It's
said, a new
evolving.
wave.
and of course this show's on Hulu. So WWE like
Broadening the brand stretching.
Everywhere.
Yes.
And then this new announcement of The Rock and this whole board. He's on the board now.
Yes.
yeah. I mean I don't know if that's the kind of thing that affects.
No, not
It's
them,
just a
but I'm
cool.
just
It's
saying
just
it's a
another
cool
cool
thing.
big
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it just kind of
But
keeps growing.
I guess I would, hearing that The Rock is on a wrestler, somebody who started, grinded, had to work, do the work, became a WWE superstar, but now, and we've seen other people branch out and do movies from wrestling and things like that. But then to get ownership of his name back, right?
Oh, man,
and
that's
to be
wild.
able to license that and use that, I'm sure that's got to be on when you guys now being in this for some time now, looking at where the runway could go as far as transitioning from wrestling into business and other endeavors. This guy has to be inspiring, right?
The Rocks has always been my inspiration since I was a tadpole. And like just as long as I can remember, and like just to see someone I watched and idolized growing up, and then now, like you said, shift out into these other avenues, and now taking ownership of his name, being part of the board of directors, and just expanding himself outside of the ring. And like you said, is motivating and inspiring that, like you said, the trajectory of where we can go with ourselves.
Right.
So, he's always continuing to raise the bar. And at this point, he shouldn't even be called The Rock no more. He should be called the damn Boulder.
Yeah, it's something else altogether now.
Yeah, it's a whole other thing.
Now remember, we said last time Montez was up here, I believe when he first came up, I said to you when Montez, I said to Ebro when Montez was here, that a lot of people say, Montez could go on to be a superstar of that caliber.
Man,
Let's get into the
appreciate
tough. Let's get into the tough part of the interview.
Okay.
Okay. This is the wrestling talk. This is the
Oh,
wrestling
yeah.
talk.
Man.
It's not my area of
So
expertise.
just the
I'll
cough
lay out.
button, right?
Yeah. So I was doing my podcast this week, and me and my co-host were saying, like, one person we would love to see have a really deep run in the Royal Rumble, because in the Royal Rumble, Ebro, you sort of get an idea of what's going on with people by seeing how they perform in the Royal Rumble to some extent. Not always. Sometimes they may have a story going on with someone, and it's just about them and the other person in their moment. But a lot of times, you see someone who goes very deep in the Royal Rumble, like last year with Gunther, for example, where a guy then becomes a massive star because of what they did. And a name that all of us said we really would love to see go on a deep run in the Royal Rumble this year is Montez Ford.
I appreciate that.
And you are incredibly humble and, from what I can tell, incredibly patient. Are you ready for like the world to kind of see fully what Montez Ford could bring to WWE? Because I know a lot of us are ready to see more Montez Ford.
1,000%. I say it so many times, and I've spoke to so many people this week about it, but I've been so heavily involved in this since as a child. And I kind of been preparing for this for decades. And like I've always said, like, hey, when I accomplish my dream and I get a chance to take the ball and run with it, I'm going to unparalleledly take this business to heights it's never been before, scenes it's never seen before, and literally go all out with it. Because I have that much love for it. And I just feel like the world hasn't seen what I can do yet. And that's 100% fine. Like you said, I've been patient and just allowing God's timing to like resurface. But I know when it's time, I'm going to run. And I'm going to run so hard and so fast to the point I don't think nobody's going to catch up.
Bianca, what about for you, you've already been to the highest heights?
Yeah.
And you kind of live in that stratosphere. What would it mean for you to kind of see, and like, what do you think Montez has left to show the world that they haven't seen yet?
I don't even think he's even started with showing the world what he has to offer. And I think that's what's cool about the show that's coming out. We touch on that a lot. We touch on, how he's feeling about his placement right now with what he's doing. And we talk about his goals and his aspirations. And, we even, like I said, we shot the show on the road to WrestleMania, so Elimination Chamber is in there, which is one of the matches in between Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, where he got to have a singles spot, and he got to highlight himself a little bit, and you get to see how he handles that pressure and how he performs and how everybody reacts to that. So I think everybody's ready for it. I know that he's ready for it. He talks about it all the time. He's very patient. But he's ready, and so the world better get ready because they about to find out what we already know.
I can't
which
wait.
Montez Ford is the future.
Is this show already on? Who is it?
February 2nd.
February 2nd.
February 2nd, yeah.
February 2nd.
We have a screening this weekend.
Sunday.
It's Sunday. If you're not busy, you can make your way over. I know you're huge.
Yeah, come to Tampa, man.
Yeah, you
It's a quick drive.
Over in
Quick
Tampa.
drive. I got a pregnant wife who really doesn't want to do that.
No, that's fine,
You
man.
gotta do
She's
a wife
35
wants.
weeks and she's
No, man.
really on some like, yeah, nah.
Trust
Well, you
me.
guys can watch it on Hulu on February
Okay,
2nd.
yes, we can do that.
Trust
for
me,
sure.
know, man. FF, family first.
That's right.
And congrats, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Jesus Christ, man, you just going.
Told you I was old, man. I'm
No,
out
you're
here.
not.
You're not. Oh, you seasoned.
Seasoned.
We keep telling you.
And like I'm saying, his beard.
Well, no,
is-
and that's
his
why
beard
you know
is-
how you know he's seasoned because he's got all the salt and pepper.
No, his
you know
beard is
right?
actually blacker than it was last time I was here.
Aging backwards.
He's Benjamin
No, if I
Button.
I will tell you this though. As young as you think he is, if I show you a picture from like 6 years ago, you'll realize how gray that beard has gotten. I'm telling you. Yo, 5 years ago, that beard looked like his shirt.
Yeah, well, the shirt is a curtain at this point because he lost some more weight too. What's going on, man?
I'm like, listen, man, I'm trying to listen. When you get this age, man, I wake up in the morning, I gotta drink a certain tea to keep my blood sugar right. I gotta get my little green powder mix. I gotta make sure that I'm eating this, and I'm on that. And not that I'm on medication or anything that's leading in that direction, but I don't want that smoke.
Ebro's
No.
on his third knee. He's on his third knee.
Third knee.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
You walked in here better than I did.
Yeah, I got metal in there. I got that vibranium.
That vibranium.
Vibranium got me
So
right.
you have trouble with TSA?
I got a card and everything.
Oh,
Do wait,
I
you
haven't
really
flown-
do?
I haven't flown with it yet. But
Oh, so
they
this
gave me a
weekend?
card. This weekend will be the first time where it's like, beep, beep. We need to do a separate search and the whole, I got to get a card and the whole skit. Yeah.
This is the real Iron Man.
He's
right
Iron
here.
Man, bro. He's actually
Iron Man,
Iron
man.
Man.
Tony Stark.
Congrats! You got to update the pictures and everything.
Everything,
you don't even
man.
look like the same person, man. Look at that. That's good.
new.
How
I'm
long
new.
is this? Has been for a while now. Like how long y'all been doing this actual
The show?
show?
This
Yeah,
version of the show,
This version.
2014.
This version, 10 years now then this
Yeah.
year.
This
10
year.
years this
10
year.
years.
Yeah.
Decade. And we're in a great space too, man. And hopefully you guys have the same experience with the show, right? Where you're working with and you guys do this obviously at WWE, but you guys don't necessarily work. You work at the same place, but you don't necessarily work together.
Yeah.
Right? On the show, you guys had to work together.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, but
And
hopefully
so
you liked the
experience.
literal and the people holding the cameras. Like those people become really part of your life.
They do.
They do.
They do. Because, I mean, they're in your house every single day, going in and out your house.
Like you have to
know.
really start to develop a trust.
Yeah, you do. You have
Yeah.
to be comfortable. Because, like, one thing that we wanted to do, and, we're so used to the red light coming on and being in front of the camera, but we're in the ring, and I'm Bianca Belair. So I'm automatically, like, turning into Bianca Belair and in Bianca Belair mode. But now they're in your house, and the red light comes on, and you're trying to be,
in my kitchen.
yeah, you're trying to be authentic and genuine and vulnerable, and it's like, I don't know y'all like that,
Right.
but you have to remember it's gonna be people watching you that really don't know you either. So, and one thing we wanted to do, we didn't want to be performative. Like we were like, okay, we're home, let's try to make this real and genuine and just authentic. But yeah, you really have to start trusting these people because they're everywhere. They followed us everywhere.
And these
for
were all
about
new
6
people, right?
months.
This was a production company. This wasn't people you knew.
Yeah, all new people.
Did
So-
WWE have someone around?
Yeah,
Like,
all the time.
There's always
Of
someone you
course.
knew
Yeah.
generally,
Yeah.
but not the people shooting it, etc.
Yes, a whole new experience.
But and the reason I said I hope you guys had a good time working together is because that's what makes a great relationship, right? Whether it's like you guys have a familial, intimate relationship, or me working with these brothers and Laura and everybody, we actually like each other.
Yeah.
Like outside of work, we'll be like, "Yo, what y'all doing tonight?" You know what I mean? Versus other people that don't get that experience at work. So it's a blessing, man. So hopefully this is great for y'all.
Yeah, it was, and like we've heard so many horror stories about the reality TV. Oh, this might be the beginning and the end for you guys, and it's just like we didn't feel that way because just like how the show says, like our foundation is love. Just like what you guys here that work together,
Right.
You guys' foundation is love. You guys really don't have to necessarily worry about anything when it comes to like issues or things you gotta deal with or the stuff y'all have to work on. Like it's just love.
Well,
It's all
and it
love.
makes it way easier when there are issues when it's based in
Yeah.
the foundation
There's
of
trust,
love.
right?
Yeah, it's trust.
But you got one of the biggest misconceptions that I thought like existed on like wrestling Twitter in general was like this. There was always a conversation about like toxicity at WWE and like the locker room and like, listen, I'm only around once a month, but all I can say to people is, I'm like, your impression of what's happening there is not what it feels like. And I'm not saying that you don't ever have a thing at a workplace where one person doesn't mess with another person, but do you guys have that same experience? Because Bianca, ever since you've been around, like, I feel like the women's division is very friendly. It feels like there's a lot of camaraderie among at least the newest class of the last couple of years.
I mean, yeah, I've had a great experience. You know, we bond a lot, and we're always like, at the end of the day, we always want to like steal the show. At the end of the day, if it's 2 women's matches, 3 women's matches on the card, like, no, I'm trying to go out there and steal the show, but we all want each other to do great. And I do feel like, especially at this particular time, our locker room is so bonded and so strong. You know, we just had Charlotte Flair go down, which it was a huge blow to this division, but the way that we all rallied around her and supported her, I think she felt that love. But we are so bonded at this point, and we always talk about how we are going to be there for each other no matter what. Like, we're all in this together, and we really try to make it an effort for it to be that way. So it's been a great experience. Like, it's girls in the locker room that I would hang out with the same way, like, outside of work. Like, after we leave work, we're like, what you doing right now? Like, you know, but at the end of the day, like, I'm always with my best friend, so I think this helps me a lot too. Like, my husband's my best friend.
You guys do have a nice advantage.
I'm always with him, and I'm always running to him. But like, for me, I'm trying to go to work. I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to have fun. Like, I don't want to go to work and be stressed out. I'm not trying to go to work and be arguing and doing all that. Like, I'm here to make money and have fun. And that's like, I think that's the energy that we have right now backstage.
What can you say about your fellow 2K24 cover woman, Rhea Ripley?
Rhea Ripley. Yeah, so we're sharing the cover of 2K, the video game. And I think it's so amazing that I get to share the cover with Rhea. You know, me and Rhea actually came into WWE around the same time, and we in the developmental program, so we kind of came up in this game together. So it's cool. Like, we started in NXT together, and we're both like on opposite sides of the mountaintop, climbing together and meeting together. So I think it's cool that it's her and I that are able to share this cover, and we're making history too. You know, it's the first time that 2 females have been on the cover of a video game. And then I'm the first woman of color that's ever been on the cover of a video game. So I think it's really cool that it's Rhea Ripley. And I always say I feel like we're at the forefront of a new generation of women's wrestling that's coming through. Like, there's a lot of changes being made. Everything's evolving. Like, our roster is so stacked right now.
It's crazy.
And the girls that are coming in are going to make some noise. And, you know, the girls that they have been there, like Becky and Charlotte and Natty and Bailey, like, they're still making noise. So I just think it's cool, because I think that we're just representation of women, of what our division is all about. And I mean, Rhea's doing her thing this year, so I'm happy about it.
Everyone has a different path, right? Like, you came to the main roster and sort of were immediately kind of shot
hit
to
the
the
ground
moon.
running.
Rhea came up, and everyone was like, had huge expectations for her, got the title, and it didn't work at first. It was kind of like, there's something not all the way that's connecting the way it's supposed to. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden a moment happens, and like, she's literally just been on fire ever since.
Yeah, timing. Everybody's path is different. Like, comparison is the thief of joy, right? Like, if you compare yourself to somebody else's journey, you're always gonna feel like you're missing out on something. Like, if she compared herself to me when I first got in, she would have felt like she was missing out. If I'm comparing myself to what's happening with her right now, like, she's champion right now, I'm not. I would feel like I'm missing out. Everybody has their own journey, and I feel like life is just a mixture of, like, good luck, blessings,
ebbs
timing,
and,
and hard work.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of it is timing, especially in WWE.
Well said.
Montez, Bianca Belair, love you, bro. Congrats.
Hey, man. Congrats again, man.
Yes, for
Thanks
sure.
for having us
Bianca,
again, man.
Thank
love.
you.
Thanks for always coming up.
February 2nd, Hulu, Love and WWE, and the Royal Rumble, of course, on Peacock this Saturday night. You don't want to miss it.